In the rocky terrain to the northwest of Stonegard, there is a path formed by a giant sandworm passing through the rocks. We should be cautious, as there have been frequent reports of missing adventurers here recently.
Warning. How come sandworms usually come out of underground caves?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's something...
Queen, you mean...
Glenn Richhill wanted to dissuade his daughter from trying to hunt down Queen Bandia. He was well aware of the Queen's horror, given that he died after losing his leg to her. Having witnessed the aftermath of Queen Bandia's work in person, you could understand why he was so worried about his daughter that he was unable to leave this world.
Hurry it up! Did you? Oh.
Not sure. Maybe there's something in the caves that the sandworms like. Why do you ask?
I'm busy. Maybe you can fly down to the observatory.
I've never seen so. We'll fight.
The investigation team stumbled across Queen Bandia during their survey, leading her to launch a fierce attack. If it had not been for the wizard Josephine Craft, they might have failed to escape. You then sought out Marcia Richhill, Glenn's daughter and Sandworm Raid Group captain. You tried to persuade her to cease her plan to defeat Queen Bandia. However, she did not relent.
I didn't.
When Glenn realized that he couldn't stop his daughter, he decided to help her. He recalled the trap Marcia had prepared and thought that if he could lure Queen Bandia there, his daughter could achieve her goal without being in danger. Perhaps the wizard Josephine can find a way to help Marcia.
With the if it's true, Queen Bandia, so you really didn't know. If let's try, you can easily first set there is a resistance.
Josephine recalled some passages in Clay's book and found a way to lure Queen Bandia. She also informed you that the source of Queen Bandia's power was something known as a staff. You can get a glimpse of Clay's interest in the various monsters and poisons of Silesium through his books. These books contain interesting information, such as the fact that the mighty Queen Bandia was originally a small sandworm, and that sandworm poison sacs have the rare ability to detect another being's mana. You've decided to use Queen Bandia's attraction to powerful mana to lure her in. Now, in order to create artificially powerful mana, you need to create a lure using Armadillo's sharp scales.
This is a... You're good. What I need is... Now, let me ask you a favor.
I didn't expect to discover this precious thing. The shell is very fragile. Try not to damage it. Help me! Help!
The potent sandworm poison sac is also used as a raw material for mana production. It is particularly suitable for a mana amplifier to lure Queen Bandia, because it can be used to freely adjust the emitted level of mana based on external conditions.
just in time for Sand Crystal.
The first attempt to build the device for luring Queen Bandia ended in failure. Since common elemental fusion stones often contain impurities, they cannot be used to contain delicate and complex schema, like the magic schema for attracting monsters. Josephine explained that making a pure elemental fusion stone will make up for this error. Purified water used to draw a magic schema is essential to making a pure elemental fusion stone. This is because low water purity can lead to errors in the schema. In the desert where water is scarce, cactus water can be used as a viable substitute. It is important to consider not only the size of the sand particles used for the pure elemental fusion stone, but also whether they contain their own impurities. Moonlit sand crystals can be ground to very fine particles and are the purest of their kind.
I've been waiting. This hit after now.
Tons of monsters near the horizon. Is it because of the water?
Like I met Queen.
Having finished crafting the pure elemental fusion stone, the device for luring Queen Bandia was complete. After installing the device, you press the button of the remote control to amplify the mana emitted and attract Queen Bandia. The remote control must be operated at a minimum safe distance from the device. Sandworm Raid Group regularly carries out operations to reduce the sandworm population. Once these begin, all but essential members of the squad remain in the sandworm hatchery and only return when the mission is complete. The best and only way to get the squad members to come back is to help them complete their operation quickly.
I've been waiting. Okay.
Marcia and her group had already set up a trap in the hopes of catching Queen Bandia. Unfortunately, it had proved useless, with the Queen never showing up at it. With the new luring device, however, she could be attracted to the trap and captured as planned. The place Marcia mentioned was filled with bombs and gunpowder chests, all meant to kill Queen Bandia. Even the fearsome beast would struggle to survive if caught there during the blast. The luring device was installed in a chest, placed in the center of the trap.
You're back if we press. There she is. Finally!
After Marcia pressed the button on the remote switch, Queen Bandia charged. Her fierce attack was cut short when Marcia succeeded in critically injuring Queen Bandia. The picture that Marcia asked you to deliver to her brother was a sign of her deep and aching longing for her family. It showed her childhood home, where she and her siblings, a stone engraved with the names of all those killed by Queen Bandia, rests on one side of the camp. This memorial only honors the officially identified victims, so it is impossible to guess how many more fell prey to her over the years.
Help me!
the watchmen here sometimes attack the Orc village.
Do you have...
The Richhill siblings had been estranged since falling out over the question of whether or not to leave their hometown. Upon seeing the photo, however, Mark Richhill understood what his sister was trying to say. He immediately set out to write her a heartfelt letter in reply. It seems reconciliation for the siblings might not be far off.
There are lots of orcs.
Are there places with a lot of orcs?
The magical ritual of the Phonos Orcs, the Festival of Fire, greatly amplifies their aggression. In the past, travelers passing through here during the festival were frequently killed by the Orcs. Saddened by the deaths, Lord Hobbs built the Lastlin Watcher's post on a hill overlooking the Orc villages in order to prevent future loss of life.
Queen Bandia, the invincible, the all-consuming. No one had ever even so much as scratched the fearsome beast. Enter the Order of the Swan, a small-time guild, hired by the Resistance to help gather sandworm poison sacs. While the Resistance soldiers were mopping up the sandworms, they were suddenly dragged into the sand beneath their feet. One of the swans, Rowan, fell into the vortex. All at once, Queen Bandia reared up, writhing in pain. Rowan had morphed into a violet phoenix and burst free from Queen Bandia's carapace, freeing everyone trapped inside. To this day, the mere sight of a human touched with malvescence is enough to violently enrage the mighty beast. Humans only defeated Queen Bandia once in the past. Among those she devoured that day was Rowan, who possessed the power of a star fragment. Rowan transformed into an ethereal violet phoenix and burst through her tough carapace. This was the first time Queen Bandia experienced such pain, and she fled in surprise.